collaborative. So welcome everybody to our first brand partner development call. Sounds very, very professional, doesn't it? But what I really wanted to do was to have a monthly call with you guys. I look like I've got no hair with this filter, look, because of this this background. I'm a ponytail, I look like I'm bald. Oh well, we'll just roll with this. What I really wanted to do is set up a monthly call with you guys, initially as a collective of brand partner 1, 2, and 3 stars, because I'm getting to know who is at what stage, who is who, to really see and have a little bit of a collaborative conversation, like where is everybody at, how does everyone feel, like what is it that you are looking for, and how can I help you? So I have got a few slides, not many, because I thought what might be really good just to quickly touch on is some of the systems that we have in Beyond Beauty to help you with your business, and some of the ones that we are implementing to make it a little bit easier in your business. And then like maybe we can catch up, and I would just really love everybody's honest like let me know, like, what are you struggling with? Maybe make some notes right now so we can answer this at the end. But like, what are you struggling with? What do you feel like you need the most help with? Because what I really want to do each month when we put these calls together is have a plan, like what is it that we collectively want to talk about, and then I can put that training together. We can come back next month, and that next month we're doing training on social media, or how to rank up to BP3, or how to share the opportunity, scripts, things to say when you're reaching out to people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I can get an idea from you, because I could train you to death, but if that's not what you wanted to hear, if it's topics that you don't want to hear, that's kind of pointless. So I really want to work with you guys on this. So firstly, I would love to know, you probably have to all drop it in the chat, because if you all shout out at once, that's going to get very noisy. What stage are you currently at? Are you BP1, BP2, BP3? Where is everybody currently sitting at? Let me know. 1,
2.
I don't know if anyone's shouting out or dropping it in a chat. I'm like looking like who's saying what? 2. We've got some 2. Have we got any 3s on the call?
Almost.
Yes.
Almost. Okay, let's do this. Like, how many do we have of BP1? So 1, 2, quite a few. Awesome. Okay. I don't even know where the chat is gone, guys. Oh, here it is. So we've got 1s, we've got 2s, BP3, Lisa. Awesome. Okay. So what's not going to happen today is I'm not going to be training you on how to hit BP1, how to hit BP2, and how to hit BP3, because you're all here together. And I think what's really important as we go into 2024 is we're all singing off the same hymn sheet. I can talk to you about the systems to follow in Beyond Beauty to keep your business simple, easy, and to build strong without getting all caught up in the noise, because there's lots of noise, there's lots of things going on. But equally, when you're starting a business and sometimes you can get to brand champion 1 kind of by accident, because you didn't expect that many sales, and then, oh God, you've arrived and here you are. And then, you may have sponsored a friend and they've done the same thing, and then that's landed you at the next stage. And sometimes the first couple of ranks can sometimes happen by accident, and also, yes, it can absolutely happen by hard work as well. So we can touch on the different types of ranks as we come together. But we're going into 2024 and we're really starting to streamline processes, get rid of the noise. I'm going to be working on the Facebook group to really get rid of all this, not get rid of, but sort of streamline the guides so they're dead simple. You've got steps, you've got systems, you know where to go when you need something. It's all really, really simple, and it all works in harmony. Let's say, let's hope anyway. So yeah, I thought it'd be really good just to go through those systems together to make sure that you guys all have a clear understanding what it is that we follow here. Like, you know, what system do we follow when we onboard people? What system do we follow generally in our day-to-day business life that helps expand our network and get sales? And what system is it that we do to enroll people into our business to grow our team, if that's the direction you want to go in? So I'll share some slides. They're going to be pretty brief, and then we can catch up after. Let me just share my screen. Me and Zoom don't always get on, so brace yourselves, ladies. Okay. Hopefully you can see this. Give me a thumbs up if you can see this. Yeah, fantastic. Because me and Zoom earlier, it was not fun. So first, a brand partner development call. So I'm really glad that you're all here. If you've got any brand partners in your team, like try and plug them into this for next month. It's going to be on the second Thursday of every month. I think that's like a nice amount of time. It gives us some work-ons to go away with for the next month. It gives you time to get stuck in, then come back and say, actually, Hayley, could you do some training on this? Or could we get somebody in to come and talk about this, X, Y, and Z? So welcome, I've already done. We're going to go through a systems recap, which includes onboarding, it includes the roadmap to success, and it includes the U+2. These are the three fundamental systems that you just need to hone in on, follow, and really sort of perfect your craft on, because when the world gets really busy and when you're really busy with life and kids and work, and there's all these things going on in Beyond Beauty, at the end of the day, if you focus on expanding and sharing and checking in and getting your 4 customers a month, you will build a solid front line. Like, I worked full time, just a bit of background for those who don't know me well. I haven't spoken to on a one-to-one. So I was in the network marketing business for 8 years. I was one of the top leaders. I'm also a single mom of 2. Have been for years. When I started my network marketing career, I was a full-time marketing manager with a 10-year corporate career, and I traveled on the road 7 till 7. So I built my business around that, on maybe like an hour a day, doing income producing activities, following the systems essentially. I couldn't get involved in everything. I couldn't get involved in every call. I couldn't get involved in everything that was going on because I had very limited time. So I just honed in on the systems that worked, that would build me customer base and a strong front line. And I followed the systems and just kind of got my head down and got on with it. And that built me a really great business that I had for almost 8 years. I had over 300 and I think it's about 328 personal customers, recurring customers. And I did $160,000 in personal sales. That's not my team sales, that's just me. So my personal volume every single month was really consistent, and it kind of came quite easily after time and putting that time and effort in to follow the systems, because then I built that connection with people, and people just rebought and rebought and rebought. We got them on subscription, obviously. So I have some experience. I'm not an expert, but I have some experience. So let's just go through these a little, and then we can have an open discussion. So the training systems in Beyond Beauty are really simple. There's essentially 3 types of areas that you really need to, as BPs, and those that you know, when you go from BP 1, it's, you know, it's 500 community volume. That's quite a simple task to do, and sometimes it doesn't require getting any team members. It doesn't require leaning on anybody else, so to speak. And then when you want to progress up to BP3, obviously your community volume is going up somewhat. So it's always really important to focus on the systems that we have in the business, because this was what will build your community volume essentially. Now, we are a customer focused business first, and we are really pushing that this year. We are really trying to instill it into our members. So the 3 systems that if you can nail these 3 systems and have them in your brain every single day around your life, you will absolutely nail it. It's the how you onboard people, your expand, share and check-in system, which is essentially the daily success path. It's the income producing activities that we'll do every single day to expand our network, share our products, and then follow up. And then there's the U+2 if you decide to go down the route of building a team. Now, this is amazing because in this, keeping it as simple as 4 customers and 2 team members every single month is so great, because it's such a small number, but it can build you such a solid front line because it's not overwhelming. It's easily done within a month and it's easily duplicatable within your team, whether you're working full-time, part-time, you've got no kids or a million kids. It's, you know, it's quite an easy, not an easy, but it's a simple task to do around life. It's not overwhelming, because you could be the best sponsor of team members in the world. You could enroll 20 business partners every single month, but if you categorically don't have the time to help them through the onboarding foundations, you know, it's then you're looking at a numbers game, and it's better to have 2, 3, 4 good, solid quality people that you have the time to answer questions to and support through the onboarding and get them started, than just a whole pool of people that aren't really doing anything and it's just very, very overwhelming for you. So these are the 3 systems I really want you to kind of bed in, because this is what we're concentrating on this year. Next week, we're going to be announcing and launching the new onboarding system. I say new, we've just structured it slightly differently. And if you're lucky, I'll give you a little sneak peek today of our new clickable, digital, all singing, all dancing guide, which I'm really, really happy with. And I think we can fall into the trap of relying on everybody to navigate onto Facebook to find our group, to find our guides. And not everybody is on Facebook all the time. And you don't see everything on Facebook all the time. And it's a really great hub to have. Our community is amazing, and our guides will be reorganized so they make more sense and they follow this structure. But, you know, for me, who was out working all the time and on the road, I didn't always have the time to go into Facebook. But this new clickable guide is a simple link saved to my phone, and I can work my way through it. So I'll give you a little sneak peek. So these are the 3 systems. So just moving on, she says, the getting started foundations are being stripped back and categorized into 5 really simple steps. So again, this will be reorganized in the Facebook group coming soon, but I'm retraining and re-recording the video on this at the moment. But essentially, we're breaking it into 5 really simple steps. And I want you guys to kind of understand this from the offset, because it will help you get to BP2 and BP3. Step 1 is understanding that we are a customer first approach. Okay. And the reason why I say that over and over and over again is because we very much want you to work on your customer base and enroll those customers into Beyond Beauty. Not go out with the mindset of sponsoring and recruiting people and getting them to download the app, and then hopefully they might buy their own subscription, and then hopefully they may do something. We want them to come into the business as a customer first, and the training will go into more reasons why. But essentially, we want them to experience the journey properly. We want them to experience the Simon Orion website, the skin analysis, buying their own skin essentials, starting their own skincare journey, being bought into the brand. So by the time you check in with them, if they're loving it, great. Let's get you upgraded to a member. And you've got then a solid person into your team that is bought into the brand, has their own products, and is ready. So we are a customer first approach. And also then, because if they don't want to be a member, you've got a great customer. Okay. You've still got a great customer to fall back on. So the step 1 of the onboarding system, which you'll see, is making sure that everybody understands that we are a customer first approach. And that's what we want them to do. We're directing them to the Simon Orion website, putting them through the analysis, and then we are downloading the Beyond Beauty app at the check-in stage when you follow them up and when they've got their products, and then enroll into a member. Step 2, which you'll know from going through training with Natalie, is understanding your why and your short-term and long-term goals, and understanding their why and their short and long-term goals, and really asking your new member to think about that. Like, why have they joined? What's in it? You know, what are they looking to get out of it? What is it going to help them towards? And I've put together a goal and a goal sheet. I don't know what we call it, what I've called it. I can't remember what I've called it. But I've put together a sheet which they can have, and they can download this to fill it in and pin it to their fridge to give them a constant daily reminder. And I had mine pinned to my fridge for 8 years, guys. I filled it in on January the 1st every year and pinned it to my fridge. And it used to say on it, there was a little box and it said, when times get hard, what do I tell myself? And I used to write something quite brutal in there to myself. So every time I saw it on the fridge, I was like, oh, okay, get on with it, Hayley, get on with it. So that is step 2. Step 3 is the expanding. It's preparing to launch your business by building your contact list, putting together a list of all friends, family, working your way through all of the contacts that you might have, and thinking about who you'd like to know, who you'd like to connect with. Step 4 is share, which is all about launching your business, which is all about doing your social media announcement post or video or live, however that may look to you. And I'm happy to share examples. It's about booking and holding your first in-home or online skin social to build your community and so people can try products or find out more. And I will be training out on how to do that online in 30 minutes. It's also about messaging that list that we've just put together and what to say to them. And then we've got step 5, which is the check-in, which is the following up after launch. So after you've built your list, contacted your list, done your social media, had your event, it's how to follow up with all those people and all those tiny interactions to get your sales in, to build those relationships. So this is how our Getting Started Foundations is now being broken up into these 5 simple things. Obviously, there's more detail. And every week on a Tuesday night, if you haven't popped on already and you want to, please pop on. But at 8 o'clock on a Tuesday night, I have the onboarding call, which go through these 5 steps in further detail. So sometimes it's quite good for you guys to know that as well, because if you're going to be enrolling new members, it's good for you to know what they're going to start learning, if that makes sense. So hop on, you're more than welcome to hop on. And it's also something you would direct all your new members to as well. So going forward, going out on all of the welcome emails to new members will be the link to this call, and will be this new interactive clickable guide as well, going through these steps. So let me click through these. So the second system is the expand, share and check-in system. So every single day, you want to make sure you've touched on these points. You want to have made sure that you've expanded your network in some way, whether that be posting on social media and interacting that way, whether it be holding an event or holding an online event, or, you know, however you might expand your network. It's the expansion that helps and counts ultimately. To give you a little bit of background, I built my business solely on Facebook predominantly. And I built it solely on online events because I'm a single parent. I couldn't get out all the time. So I used to hold online events. I started off doing them in groups, and then groups got a little bit spammy over the years. So then I just did them in actual Facebook events for 30 minutes. I would hold, God, anywhere between 10 and 15 a week, depending how busy I was or how many I could get. And this allowed me to build my network because, for instance, and I will be training on this, it was 30 minutes. It was the same content used over and over and over again in every single event because it was for different people, so no one knew. It took 30 minutes. And in that event, I could have 10 people, I could have 50 people, I could have 200 people. It didn't matter. But that was a way for me to expand my network outside of my initial friends list, build connections, grow my sales like substantially. So sometimes you'll get online events and you think, God, it's like tumbleweed in here. There's absolutely nothing happening. Like, is anybody alive? But if you get people that click that want to go, and even if you don't have a sale for that particular event, the fact that they've clicked that they want to go is my go to add them as a friend and add them onto my social media and add them onto my list and build a connection with them because they've clicked yes, they're going. They've kind of given me that inroad. So I used to build my network that way, which worked really, really well. And then some online events were so busy I couldn't keep up, and I would do like a whole month's worth of sales in one go. It was, you could never quite tell, but it took my friends list from 122 people, which is what it was when I started my business, to what it is now, when I think there's about 7,000 altogether on my Facebook. So
Very good.
Pardon?
Very good. Congratulations. This is
Thank you.
a great achievement.
So, I mean, it's all about, I'm really, really big on relationships. I'm not a numbers, like there's people in this business that have a very big following. And you could have 20,000 people, but it's better to have 2,000 that actually are interested and engaged with what you're doing than just numbers. So, and I'm quite lucky because my following have built a relationship with me over 8 years from being quite personable and sharing my life and what I'm doing work-wise or skincare-wise. So they've become quite loyal. So yeah, this is the second system. Expand your network, share the products in your journey, and then follow up and check in with all those people, with all those interactions. If someone likes my post, that's my go. If someone interacts with me in some way, I feel absolutely okay with messaging them and saying, thanks so much for supporting my post earlier on today. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Someone comments, you bet your bottom dollar I'm going to send them a message. If someone clicks yes to go into one of my online events, I'm going to message them because they've given me the commitment first. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And then also doing it in home is perfect. If you feel comfortable doing things in your home or booking Skin Social events, like I want to go to loads of Skin Social events this year. So I'm all over it if you'll have me. So this is the second system. And I'm going to put together a little daily success path document, like a little one-pager with some like a tickable working document of some actionable things to do each day and week in your business that will build this up. So, and I'll go for that in a second. So, which is kind of like the daily success path. So with the expand, share and check in, it's being really intentional in your business, guys, really intentional. If you've got an hour, do these things. If you've only got half an hour, do as many of these things you can, because this is what builds your business. This is what gets you your 4 customers. So expand your network by following or adding 5 people, whether that be from interactions or whether that be that you've met some people down the pub and you want to add them into your phone list. However you've met them, just try and think to yourself every day, have I met 5 new people today? Have I had 5 new conversations? And engage with 5 new people and accounts. Share 5 posts each day. And that's not 5 grid posts or 5 Facebook posts. It's just one, maybe something on the grid, maybe something in your, and the rest in your stories. I always say keep one thing for your grid or your Facebook feed. Like you want to flip-flop it between life and business. You don't want it to just be business every day. And keep the rest in your stories. If all else fails, put it in your stories. Like you can shove as much stuff as you want up there. It's great for that. And then follow up with 5 people every day. These are your actionable points to do every single day, especially on social media. This is more social media based, but this is your expand, share, check-in system. This is like within that system, am I doing my 5s? Am I building my list by 5 people? Am I making 5 new connections? I'm actually engaging with people, having a conversation. What have I done on social media today? Have I posted anything about business or my life? And life is including in this on social media. Because if I'm out with my girls for the day and my business allows me to do that, I'll probably share about it. If I'm out or if I'm sharing something else about me, about being to the gym or how that's good for the soul and all the rest of it, then I can put everything else in my stories, but there'll always be something business related somewhere. But I'll just make sure my grid, my Instagram grid or my Facebook feed is a nice mix between everything. Any questions? We can go through them at the end, guys. Don't worry. Daily action face to face. Again, have I added 5 new people? Have I been to the pub this week? Met 5 new people? Have you been anywhere or been made friends of friends at the school gate and added 5 new people? Touch base with 5 people on your contact list or in your phone book. Keep those connections and those relationships building and growing just on a personable level. It doesn't have to be about business, it doesn't have to be about products all the time. Just be a friend and a nice human being. And those people will want to be around you more, contact you more, and want to follow you more. Invite 5 people to take the skin analysis. And again, circle back and check in and follow up with 5 people on a face-to-face basis. Okay. And then like the weekly action to kind of look at for business growth is booking and holding 5 skin socials. This could be, you know, at the end of the week, have you got 5? I mean, you can't hold 5 in-person meetings a week, very much doubt that. But like, have you got 5 booked in for the month or for the quarter if it's face-to-face? But if you're somebody like me that wants to go down the online route, have I got 5 online skin socials booked in this month? Or 5 skin consultation events, or whatever you might want to call them. Have you invited 5 people, invite 5 people that you've had conversations with to an online event? Spend 5 minutes with your team, just checking in with them, helping them towards their goals. And again, follow up, always follow up. Invite people to a guided consultation. This is a new program that's coming out soon, or ask them how their skin analysis went. Any type of follow-up is a good follow-up in my book. So okay, and then the last system is the U+2, and then we can have a chat and you can tell me what you need to get to where you want to go. So the U+2 is when you decide you want to build a team. So you may not have even thought about it at this point. If you're brand status 1 at this point and it's mainly just you might have thought, I'm not sure whether I was even interested in building a team. But building a team is one of the most rewarding things that you can do, not only for other people, also financially for yourself. Building a team was one of my favorite things. There's nothing like doing this business, but there is nothing better than doing it with a whole bunch of people that are in your team and getting together. It's just so much fun. So just to give a little overview, this is obviously just for brand partner, but essentially it applies throughout the compensation plan. It applies at all ranks. Whatever rank you are now, 1, 2, or 3, if you concentrate on your 4 customers and your U+2, enrolling 2 members or 2 of your customers to members each month, every month, you will build a really sustainable business. Because if you're doing the onboarding system right with your new members, or you're directing them in the right place, obviously it's their responsibility to go through it, but you're doing the daily actions for the expand, share, check in, and then you're doing 2, they will do it as well, because that's what you're doing. There's a massive saying that goes that your team don't do what you say, they do what you do. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So every single month, spread the load, help other people, and get 2 people into your Beyond Beauty Club business. This is super simple. You can simply, if you're working on building your customer base, and getting your 4 customers in a month, your 4 new customers on Essentials, you can just check in with them when you get to the check-in point and enroll them. If they love it, they're the easiest people to enroll. So if you enrolled half of your customers every single month, you'd have not only customers left, recurring buying, but you would also have 2 solid members already invested in a brand, and then rinse and repeat and rinse and repeat. Because we all know for brand partner, these are, the brand partner one, these are the requirements in terms of you have to do 100 PV, which is personal volume, your own sales, which is 2 people. And collectively, as a team or for your company volume, you need to do 500. So it's easier to spread the load between people and help them do the same thing as you're doing with the 4 customers and the 2 every single month. Than it is for you to be, you can't get to all the ranks without following the systems, because you'll get to a point otherwise that you'll get burnt out, because you'll be at that end of the month and you'll be like, oh my God, and they need this many more sales to get to brand partner 3, because your load isn't spread wide enough. Does that make sense? You're trying to do a lot of volume with very little people. So build that front line of yours, everybody underneath you, as wide as you possibly can, because it will build you a really solid business. So like I said, I'm not going to go into all of the levels of a brand partner this week. Just simply wanted to reiterate the systems. And just to finish on this one, which is, your 4 customers. So if all else fails and you are so busy and life is like, oh, just think 4 customers, 2 new team members a month. That is your basic level requirement to build a solid, duplicatable, sustainable business. I mean, if you're a superstar sponsor over here and you're bringing them in left, right, and center, like, happy days. But for those of us that just, have a little bit more of a time constraint and life is a little bit more busy, this is just a basic level requirement, or what will build you a solid level and a solid front line. And the reason we want you to bring them in as customers first is because then you get your new customer bonus and you get the commission. And then once they enroll as a member, once their first subscription has finished with you cancel it and they set up their subscription under their own membership. Okay, so now this is time for you to tell me what you need. So future training, future monthly calls can be anything that you need. Is it how to rank up specifically to one rank to the next? Do you need more social media training? Is it online events? I would love for you to tell me what it is that you guys need, where you're at the moment. Like, let's have a little bit of an open discussion. Who wants to go first? Any questions? You'll have to take yourself off mute, guys. Anybody got any questions or need any help with anything specifically?
I would love to have a more online events. It's actually not just me, but maybe kind of like a few people. We're talking about the skincare and showing the results.
Yeah.
That'd be brilliant.
Online events. So the online events worked really well for me, basically because it was predominantly all about me.
Okay.
But I had fun with it. Like, it doesn't have to be super serious. So, we didn't have a system in terms of a 3-step skincare system, which makes it easier for you guys. So I did like my top 5 products, for instance. I mean, we had a catalogue of hundreds of, but I did my top 5, what they did for me, why I love them, you know, how to use them. But I also had fun with it. So, you know, there was a picture up, my mom put it up the other day, actually at my birthday. One of my favorite products was a hydration mask, which is great because we have one. It was a hydration mask. So I simply, one of my photos that went into the event of me was me in my dressing gown and my skincare headband, covered in this hydration mask, standing there drinking like a massive clear thing of water in a straw. And I was just like this, you know, with my hair everywhere, like ready to go to bed. And I was just talking about the power of hydration. I was like, and in a really casual, my personality type of way. Because with social media, if you do anything on social media, you're kind of looking at photos or things that make people stop dead to have a look. You know, not graphics, not things that corporate provide you with, because they're graphics. It's your face. If they're coming to your event online, it's you they want to see, and it's your recommendations. I did sometimes do a post about, this is my friend Kate, she's been using XYZ, she really loves this, this, and this, just as an added bit of credibility, but it was somebody that I would know. But predominantly, it was me. I didn't go live. No, just to answer your question, I didn't go live in them because the point of online events for me is to make them quick, easy, and duplicatable. I want to do it in 30 minutes. Sometimes I would host, sometimes I would start, just get rid of this. Sometimes I would start 5 at 8 o'clock at night. So I can't be live in 5 events at 8 o'clock at night. What I can do is start 5 events and post the first post in one. Wait 5 minutes. Second post in. And I did 6 posts maximum, took me 30 minutes. But in that, between those 5 events, sometimes I could grow my network by like 200 people and get sales at the same time. So I'm going to train out on this. I will check, and I will actually be hosting one within Beyond Beauty Club's official Facebook page. I will set up an event there so only we can see it. And I will run one myself as the member, how I would do it if it was me. Then you can kind of see, and then you can kind of recreate. No problem. There was a question in the chat. I think I just can't find it now. Goodness me, me and social media. Let's have a look. I need to get help trying to get people to join the business. My customers. I have someone interested in signing up as suggested there. Okay. So struggling to get team members, I appreciate that. It's hard. I think a lot of it will go with what you're putting out there online, you know, how you're portraying life in this business on your social media, like from a real honest point of view, from a real like place of authenticity, like how you finding it, why you joined. And it's sharing your why with people over and over again. I shared my why on social media over and over and over again, all the time, because not everyone sees it. It's to remind people, it's to create that trust, that relatability. And also I shared my journey, every tiny little win. If you want people to start joining you in this business and essentially come in as a customer first, you really need to share what it is that it's doing for you over and over and over again. And share your journey and share every little win. So every time you've earned £20 and you're able to buy you and your family a Chinese takeaway, happy days. Because this business, people can get caught up in the big picture, but I'm telling you now, people will join you to make £20 for a takeaway than they will over an incentive trip. The incentive trips are phenomenal and you guys are absolutely going to smash it. But people don't join you for an incentive trip. They join you because they can't afford £50 to pay for their children's swimming lessons. So sharing all the tiny little wins. Like when I bought my children's Clark shoes with my commissions, I shared my why, and I said why this is really important to me. When I had a takeaway or went out for a fancy dinner, all the tiny little wins, when I booked a holiday, when I gave up my job, when I no longer had to sit in traffic, I've taken my audience on a journey from the tiniest little win and the tiniest little goal that I had through all of the big ones, right from the offset. So your goals aren't too small, but you have to start shouting about them, about what they are and why you've joined and what it's doing for you and what you're looking to get out of it. So we talk about it in step 2 of the onboarding, your goals and your why, your short-term goal and your long-term goal. Do you guys know what your short-term goal is for this year? Like, what is your 3-month goal? Yeah. You should reset your why every year, your short and long-term goal every year. Pin it to your fridge. And every part of that journey to your short-term goal, you should shout about it loud and proud, because it builds credibility into what you do and that it works. So from that perspective, people will take more notice into the business side of things that they could get and join in. But then from the customer perspective, is you just need more customers. If the current customers that you've got don't want to join, that's fine. There are 3 billion people on Facebook. You can find more customers. And again, it comes with, if you haven't watched my social media training this week, check in with it. It comes from all them elements, from those 5 things that make you you, and sharing about them and building and finding your people through those 5 things constantly. And one of them being your business and what you love about it and the skincare, and constantly sharing that relatable content. But I can promise you, if you follow the system of expand, share, and check in, and doing that daily success path of the 5s consistently, if you've ever read The Compound Effect, really amazing book, especially for this industry, of all those tiny, tiny, tiny little actions, soon create a massive result. Let me just have a look at some of the other questions.
I just got this book, That's the
yeah.
Manifest.
Yes, I'm very much looking forward to her call next week.
Sorry, I can't even. Yeah. So I'm just looking forward. I just got it. So looking forward to start tomorrow.
Yes, I need to start it as well. I haven't fully read it yet. I started it a while ago, and then I need to get back into it. I'm terrible. I pick up a book and I fall asleep straight away. It's terrible. Where's this? I have loads of interest, but then I'm trying to finalize the sale as soon as they know that it's not just for a month. But
Oh dear.
so, Caitlin, in regards to your question, make that more clear on your post. Like, we're living in a society now where paying 3 is more acceptable. We're paying 3 with PayPal, with Klarna, with ClearPlay. Paying 3 is not uncommon. This, I honestly don't think and coming from our skincare and makeup business as well, our skincare isn't expensive. Not for the brand, not for the expertise of Dr. Simon Owen, not for the ingredients. If £49 a month isn't actually that expensive. Like, one of my old masks used to be like more than that. And that, do you know what I mean? Like, a high level, high-end skincare, for that, it's relatively on a really good benchmark. Paying £150 for 3 skincare products,
It's okay.
it's actually quite normal. And I went into NARS and spent £150 on 3 makeup products not so long ago, and that's not doing anything for my skin. So it's actually quite normal, and I do appreciate it. But remember, you can post about this. You can talk about the benefits of paying for good high-end quality skincare with fantastic ingredients. For Simon, use Simon's name, share his stuff. That is paying 3. It allows you to have this on a paying 3 basis, and it's instilling the value of that. Like, why do we allow people to do that? How does that benefit them? What is our skincare like? What are our, what is this system going to do for you? What is it like having this level of expertise in our products? you have to get out of people's purses. I don't know if you've ever heard that saying, like get out of people's pockets, because you don't know about the money that they have to spend and you can't make an assumption about it. Like what's £49 is expensive to some, but actually kind of cheap for others. But if you're building the value in the product, again, watch my social media training this week, you will find the people that think that's a drop in the ocean and think that's an absolute steal, I'm going to grab that. Okay. And it's all again with expanding your audience. Don't rely on what you've got. I don't think there's any more questions in the chat. Does anybody have anything generally they want to pipe up and ask, or feel free to ask any questions? Like, is this been helpful at all? Would you like to go on and me to build out some monthly training on specific subjects based on events, social media, get into brand partner 2, 3?
Yeah, actually, why
I
not?
can see not. I can just see these heads doing this.
Hayley, could you possibly do on recruiting as well? Because I know you say about obviously with customers and stuff. But most of my customers are literally, because all the steps that I'm actually doing, which is within what you've actually shared. Obviously, there's some improvement that I need to do, but it's just obviously without the customer side, people that have had the interest but not actually biting. I don't know whether I'm going wrong. I don't know. It's if that makes sense. It's getting quite, because I think sometimes I'm literally burning myself out because I'm constantly, even like between jobs and stuff, I'm actually putting the hours in and I'm not seeing no results.
Okay. And do you all use social media quite a lot as well? How do you tend to go about your recruiting, guys, out of interest? Do you do it social media? Do you do it face to face?
I do social media, and then obviously I do, if they're interested, then I will do a voice note or I'll ask for a call.
Yeah. Okay.
And then like send the video over, and it's just I go in, like give a brief snippet of it, and then I'll do one of the opportunity calls or the 10-minute video and ask them which one they want to do, what if they've got time to do it. And I'm just literally, I just seem to be just hitting my head on the wall, to be fair.
What's your name? Sorry, let me make a note. Is it Claire?
Claire. Yeah. Claire with a K.
Claire with a K. I love the way that's spelled, actually. It's great. Okay, recruiting. That's absolutely fine. Anything else you guys need? Do you think it's going to help you? What's everybody's goal? How many is there of us? 16. What's everybody's goal this year?
I was just going to say, Hayley, sorry, one thing I struggle with is like keeping the conversation going. So like making conversation, like commenting, like, wow, your dress is really beautiful, where's it from? And like keeping that conversation going. I just find people just, respond to that question and then the conversation's ended.
Yeah, I suppose if it's just a compliment or a quick comment, that's quite normal. I think that will come over time in terms of how and what you're putting out there on social media to build the relationship about. I wouldn't worry too much. I think it's just easier, like the more relatable and the more open and vulnerable you are on Facebook, the more real, open and vulnerable conversations you can have. If it's anything quite materialistic or, just something like a comment about appearance or what they're wearing or a great holiday or anything like that, it's naturally a little bit, it'll naturally fizzle out unless you have a genuine interest. But if you're posting relatable content about your why and your life and how things are for you, you'll find that it'll open you up to more honest conversations that are a little bit more free-flowing. And that's not always going to lead to a sale straight away. You have to play a long game. You just have to highlight them on your list, add them to your list, highlight them on your list, and remember to keep checking in with them.
Okay.
Yeah, skincare is a longer game, unfortunately. It's a longer game, but it's totally worth it. If you can get some really good, solid skincare customers, I'll stay with you forever.
Even
I still have people ask me now. I haven't been in in the field for 2 years, and I still get people say like, can you tell me what moisturizer you're using at the moment? Can you tell me what mascara you're using at the moment? Sorry, Hayley, what did you say?
Even I'm struggling at the moment to get customers, and I've been in the skin and beauty industry for 18 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think people are taking a lot longer to make a final decision because of the way that the country is in at the moment with the the credit crisis and electric prices, and people don't know how far the money is stretching as well.
Yeah.
So I just think it is taking longer for people. So the more they see it, the more they're going to try and make that choice and decision to buy.
You're totally right. You are totally right. We live in a very funny world at the moment. And I talked a little bit about effective frequency this morning on my live in the group about effective frequency posting when it comes to skincare. I don't know whether anybody saw it, but it was it talks about the amount of times that somebody needs to be exposed to something before they make a decision. And there was some research by a guy called Thomas Smith a while back, and he talked about how the first time the first time you post, nobody sees it, which is pretty much quite true because about 10% of your audience will actually see what you post on social media. The second time, they don't notice it. The third time, they may be aware of it. The fourth time, it triggers recognition, but they're not sure. The fifth time they see it, they'll fully read the post that you've put with the picture or the video. And this is where most of us give up when we start thinking it's not working now. I give up. It's not working. 5 days. 5 days, I'm off. The sixth time, you may even get an eye roll because here you are again, posting about this moisturizer and this 3-step essentials. The seventh time, it's when you get the people that there she goes again. Here she is with her essentials, posting again about her essentials. The eighth time, they start wondering if they are missing out on something and who else knows about these products. The ninth time, they're intrigued and they start asking around who else has heard of this brand. And by the 10th time, that's when they're saying, well, this must be good because I keep seeing it.
Oh,
okay.
yes.
So have that in your mind when
I
you're
love that.
putting content out there. It takes a long time, especially with algorithms on Facebook that we are not in control of. It takes a long time for people to see what you put out there. And that's why I would keep it to the same things. I would post about essentials entirely for a week. Stories, and then I would maybe post about boosters entirely for a week or whatever. But I tend to keep the content the same because of this very reason and because of the amount of your audience that actually gets to see what you put out there. Because most of us post 2 or 3 times in a week and think, oh, it's not working. It's not working. Like, what am I doing wrong? And you're not doing anything wrong. It's just that you've just got to play a longer game with it. And I really want to start putting more content out there myself in between my actual normal job. So you guys can see how I would do it, but I obviously don't sell it anymore. And I put out that booster post the other day. I don't know if anyone follows me, but I put out a post about the brightening booster the other day, sharing my skincare journey, what I do for brighter skin and how I've used a brightening serum or booster for the last 4 years and why it helps. And I just put no links, because I don't have one, for instance, but I never would post a link. Let me know if you want a recommendation. I didn't put a brand, a price or offer. I would never have shared my code. I just gave them value about what it did for me, value about what it could do for them, and a tip, and said, let me know if you want a recommendation. That post is still going in my algorithms, like 30 odd comments later, and I've had 7 sales inquiries. Okay.
Wow.
Just keep going. Just keep going. Because it will get easier. It's a learning curve, and social media is a learning curve as well. When you're in the social selling space, it's finding your flow, and I can do some training on that.
That'd be brilliant. Thank you.
Well, I won't keep you any longer because I could talk the hind legs of a donkey. I need to go and see my daughter at some point today. Thank you so much for hopping on, guys. I appreciate it. I didn't want to do death by
Thank
PowerPoint today. I really wanted to get your feedback. Please feel free to drop me a message at any time. Let me know if anything comes up that you'd like help with. If you are near brand partner 2 and you need help, reach out to me. If you're near brand partner 3 and you need help, reach out to me. I've got a lot of people to work through and it's like a needle in a haystack for me at the moment. So please reach out to me and I will help you as much as I can. And yeah, keep those systems in mind when you work in your business and keep an eye out. Oh, do you want me to show you a sneak peek of the guide?
Yes.
Right, hang on. Oh, I nearly forgot. The best bit. Goodness me. Hang on. Let me open it up first because I think it's in my chat with Holly. So this was something that I had. Where have I put it? Oh no, we've sent it. This is something that I had in my previous company. So what we've done is redesigned it. Hang on, I'm going to have to just, there we go. Right, I'm going to quickly.
Finding it, Haley, can I just say something as well? Like, lots of this group call are starting from scratch. So we just need to take our time.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the people that in positions, how fantastic they are, but they came from this background.
Yeah.
So they already had 10K followers plus. So they already had customers waiting. And I think some people are getting disheartened because it's not happening as quick, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't matter. And I can tell you now, you are best to be starting from scratch because you can, you've got a clean slate, you've got, you can learn everything from scratch in the right way. You haven't got any preconceptions or of things the way they were done at a previous company to now. I had never done this business before the company that I was in the field with, and I was in the field with them for 8 years and now I'm in corporate. Like I didn't go into the field with anybody else. So I get it, and you stay with it. And if you're ever not sure, go back to the onboarding steps. Always go back to the onboarding steps because you can do those steps over and over and over again when you feel stuck or you're not sure what to do.
Clappies. In.
Oh, someone said.
The dogs.
Is it Jackie?
I couldn't tell if Jackie was saying something or. So yeah, I get that. And honestly, you don't need 10,000 followers. You just need an engaged following that you're letting them get to know you. If you had 200 people on your Facebook or Instagram right now, build a connection with them and start using social media effectively to build connection, education, and what do I always say the other one is? Entertainment, isn't it? Entertainment, education, and emotional connection. So watch my social media series in the group this week. And always go back to the start, always go back to onboarding and do that. Let me share this with you quick. So, and this will make it easier, hopefully. Right, can you see this?
Yes.
You can. Hang on, I can't see it now, so that doesn't help. Here we go. So this is good. You can see the member getting started guide and resources.
Yeah.
Yes.
This isn't fully built out yet. We're finishing it tomorrow, hopefully. So this is a new clickable guide. It's available on a link, which means it will go out with all onboarding emails. You can have it, you can work it from your phone. It's interactive, it's clickable. And it means that people can get started off the bat and have the simple steps and know what to do without getting lost in Facebook.
That's brilliant.
So it gives you an intro into BBC, which is this part.
That's amazing.
I won't go on to it. It gives you
right now.
the getting started foundation steps 1, 2, all the way to 5, which
Nice.
been through. Holly's named it 6, so I'll just have to change that tomorrow. But yeah, all of that to getting started. Let me go down here. It will have the daily success path, which this needs to be built out a little bit, so just ignore that. Social media tips. It'll have some reward plan training, and then the app. It's essentially just all bite-sized pieces that isn't overwhelming.
That's really good.
So you can talks about the step. I need to rename these, so just ignore this. So step 1 is understanding the customer journey first and why. And this is really good and viewable from the phone as well. So you can send it to somebody and say, right, you want to click on the getting started foundation steps, do numbers 1, 2, and 3. Come back to me. Let me know if you've got any questions. This one talks about, okay, so join the community Facebook group, my onboarding call, catch up with your sponsor or leader or whatever. So yeah, this is the blueprint of it. Me and Holly are working on the content at the moment, but it's super easy and super clean and just makes my
Yeah,
life.
that looks amazing, to be fair, because he's struggling obviously to find it when my members come in that not working. They was like, well, where's this, where's that, and we're always asking where everything is because it's all got lost.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
same.
I'm
I
gonna
work a busy
be-
corporate job. I've got a
And-
little
and I
one.
think
I'm
that's-
caring for my other half. It's just like, where is it? It's all like, yeah.
And we don't
Yeah.
own Facebook. Facebook isn't that, we don't own it. So, you know, if it ever went down for any reason, there goes all of our getting started information. So
Was it last year?
I will be reorganizing the guides in the group anyway, so they're more like congruent with this. So the information is the same and laid out the same wherever it is.
Yeah.
But
And what about the skin training videos that we've had, like with oh, I forgot her name now. Oh,
I don't know.
what's her name?
Kelly.
The academies. Kelly, yeah, Kelly.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen any of those. I haven't got that far.
Oh,
They're
right,
on
okay.
YouTube. There's a YouTube channel as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
there's
the
like-
YouTube, yeah.
haven't got that far
channel.
yet. So for certainly the most important thing for us at the moment is really making sure that everyone who is new
Mhm.
fundamentally understands the getting started steps and how to start easily
Yeah.
and what to do. And then everybody that then you enroll, you can pass on the same information to, and they're seeing it the same and they've got access to the same information, and it's just simple and easy.
Yeah.
So there'll be some things in there. So it's a work in progress, but hopefully by next week it'll be finished.
So is
That's
that
amazing.
something
Thank you.
I think it looks really good.
Oh, sorry, say again.
Is that
Oh, sorry, Hayley.
something
You,
already?
you keep cutting out, babe. Sorry.
Do I keep breaking up?
Yeah.
Is it something you'd send them once you signed up?
Yeah, but it's
Can you
also
not hear me? I'll
Yeah, no.
message.
No, you can't. Yeah, you will. It will. The link for that guide will go out on all Beyond Beauty Club welcome on emails when someone signs up.
Oh,
Yeah, it'll go
Right.
out with that along with the onboarding call link and the link to the Facebook group. But then obviously the link's available for you guys to send and make sure they've got it. But yeah.
oh, brilliant.
Bear with us. But if you are new and you're feeling slightly overwhelmed and you've never done it before, please reach out to me at any time. I'm here to help. I've been where you are. It is overwhelming, but this business is amazing. If you just strip it back down to the simple steps and just focus on them around life, and it will build you to where you need to get. So we'll work on it together. And I will send out an email for the next call, which will be, let me just check. Too many phones. Let's have a look. So the next call will be the 9th. Oh no, it'll be the 8th of February. Second Thursday of February. So it'll be the 8th of February. So I will put something together for them. All right, guys. Have a lovely evening and weekend. And yeah, thanks so much. Speak to you soon.
Thank you so
Hayley.
much.
Thank you.